All right, time to get in the garden. We're coming out the back veranda of the house and down the back steps here. And as you can see, there's the orchard undercover there. And there are 3 raised garden beds that are completely weedy. There's lots of rubbish around as well. But this is the garden as it stands. Little bit of work, but in there somewhere are potatoes, some Jerusalem artichokes, which I've actually never eaten before. So lots of beds that have been used, but a lot of weeds. So a bit of shade on it from this big tree here, but as the sun comes up, because it's 9:15 here, look at this old tractor. We're going to have to get rid of that because it's probably a bit dangerous for the kids to play on even. So once the sun comes up a little bit more, that's not shaded anymore. But let's have a look at these raised garden beds, which are fantastic. I like them. I think they're great. Just full of weeds. And the weeds don't seem to want to come out very easy. But I don't know what sort of weed it is, but it's just, we'll have a go. I might have to get my secateurs and chop them down, but they've put these, obviously they put row covers over them to stop the critters, whatever critters. There is some silver beet in there somewhere, but just need to be fully weeded. Look at this thing, oh my golly gee. But I've got some garlic there I need to plant, and it looks like in here, it looks like a onion of some description, but yes, I've got some plants that I started from seed in Melbourne that I need to bring up. There's the orchard, not sure where the chickens are, but that is job today. We'll get a start on it, at least one. I'll show you down the other thing I want to get started, and I do need to get into the orchard and do some spraying for leaf curl, and I can't find it. I think I left it in Melbourne, so I'm probably going to have to buy some more. Those grey things, that's part of the septic tank apparently. So this is coming down the back of the orchard. There's a little area down here that I'm going to make into my perennial berry patch. As you can see, it's fenced off, but we're going to pull this fence down, I think, and put a new one up. But I need to get rid of all that grass, so I've got some black plastic that I'm going to put over there and tarp it until spring, and then plant out blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, some rhubarb. So that's the plan for that area. I'd really like to get that done today. It's probably not going to happen. So much to do, so little time, but we're in for the long haul, so yeah, I've got to have some patience. This is a fig tree. You can see some old figs on it, but it needs pruned. Most of the trees in here, apart from the citrus trees, need pruned. Not sure what that is, I think, but I'll take you for a walk around there soon, and we'll look at all the trees. I don't even really have a handle on it myself of what all the trees. Underneath the house is a mess. In there chicken feed, in these sheep feed, chicken feed, but as you can see, a lot of mess. That's the big water tank that I think we'll remove and put some new ones in, but previous owners, I'm assuming they're coming back to collect those things. It looks like it. They're coming back on Tuesday to help us weed. So yeah, a lot of stuff under there, and the back of the house here doesn't get any sun, so there's lots of lovely big ferns and hydrangeas, which last time we were here were in flower, and you can see they're died back. I don't really know much about hydrangeas and what we have to do with those pruning wise, but these a lot of these trees here We're going to pull a couple of them out because we're going to do a fence along here. But there are a couple of nice natives that we might leave. But yes, there's the garden. But what a lovely spot for it. And we've got to think down the track of what it's going to look like once we've got it weeded and fixed. So right now, I'm going to get my garden gloves on. I'm going to get in this garden and I'll show you what it looks like when I've finished. Let's hope. Until then. So started on the veggie garden as you saw before. What a lot of weeds. Normally I sort of subscribe to a bit of a no-till thing, but this was just too enormous. So we had to spade it because it's just got lots of roots. And but the good thing is underneath there are some worms. So that's good. But there are just lots of weeds and we just make a weed pile. Brought some compost up from Melbourne. Not a lot, but enough to probably do this bed. And then there's two other beds I might weed and then put cardboard down on them to kill some of the weeds, because this garden bed is just, the weeds are going to come back as they do. There's a bit of grass in there, there's thistles, there's all sorts of stuff, but I've got some plants I want to plant out, some snow peas, broad beans, some bok choy and some lettuce. So I want to get that going, so at least we might have some food in a little while. And these ones I think I'll cardboard and get them to rest in anticipation for the spring. So yeah, bit of work to do. And today we start composting from Stony Creek, because there is a lot to compost. So I'm out in the garden and I wonder what the noise is, and I look around. And I don't know if you can see it around the back of the old tractor. Let's see if I can take you. Look who's found a toy. Dingo. And it was one of the equipment that was left behind. And the bigger thing. I'll come and show you what I've been doing in the garden. Today, but beautiful sunshine. Come back to my garden. That was an interlude of the man on his dingo. He was actually painting. I think he's having a painting rest. So I've got some things to plant because I've finished all the weeding, which is great. So what are these? Let's jump up. I've got some broad beans to plant in here. So I've just put some compost on that we brought up and put broad beans all along here. Then I've got some garlic that the previous owners left that I'll plant down the middle. What else have I got? I've got some snow peas to put in. I've got some bok choy, beetroot, silver beet. So we'll see how we go. Probably not going to get it all in this garden bed, but this might be the only place we can plant for the time being. But I'll get back to it. See you soon. All right, I thought I'd give a bit of a garden update. It's been a few days, probably actually 4 since I videoed the last garden update. We've had a bit of work done. We had some friends come out with their ride-on mower and got on our little dingo, which is a bit of a digger thing. And you can see they've taken out the garden fence and we've started digging in there. Yesterday I dug up some artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, and we had those for dinner last night at our friend's place. And they're amazing. And they're all these stalks, these big stalks you can see, and you can see them down on the ground there. Huge, huge bucket full of Jerusalem artichokes, and they were yummy. I like them. All right, so these are the raised garden beds and a mess of stuff I have to clean up still. But here's my planting. Last night and the night before, it got down to, I think, -1. It was very frosty, so I put this frost cover over, so just to protect the lettuces, because I wasn't sure whether that might freeze them. But so this is the little garden I've planted so far. So what have we got in there? We've got broad beans along the edge there, 2 rows of that. We've got some bok choy down here, a couple of broccoli down here, 2 rows of garlic in the middle there, you can see, coming around this way. Oh, hello girls. Hello. Hopefully we're getting a light Sussex rooster in the next few days. We've just got to arrange a pickup, so the girls might have a boyfriend. Hopefully, cross fingers. But they're so gorgeous, aren't they? One of them's eating out of my hands now, 2 of them, which is the one closest to us here. But the other one's not so friendly yet, but we'll get there. So back to the garden. This was a silver beet I bought from Boronia, but it doesn't look so good with the frost, and they're snow peas. And then we've got lettuces all along this row here, and some beetroot that I brought up. I'm not suspecting that will survive, but we'll see. So lettuces, and the spinach is looking pretty good actually, and a couple of kale. So we'll see, but the lettuces have survived, and I think that row cover's doing well. The next few nights are not going to be as cold, but as you can see, the mornings are so cold, and the ground was white this morning and yesterday, but the days are just beautiful. So now it's actually really hot outside. Yesterday I started in the orchard, and I hope to get back in there today and started pruning what I assume is a peach tree, because it had lots of peach stones in it. So I've trimmed a fair bit back. You can see a pile of stuff. Still got some more to do. This is not my area of expertise. I mean, I am trying to do some research, but I don't want to do too much in case I heard it, but I think I can probably take some more out of there. And there's a plum tree over there I started to do, but I need to do the fungicide spray, the organic fungicide spray, the copper blue, on them very, very soon. And I need to chop that lemon tree back. Everything needs a chop back. So that's going to be my job. Maybe this afternoon and maybe tomorrow. So heading down, I was just going to show you my berry patch. I think I showed you the other day. And these fig trees need a good chop too. So there's a whole couple of days in the orchard, but we'll get there. So this is my berry patch. We've taken the fence out that was along here, and we've put plastic all over it. So the aim of that is to try and decrease. It was full of kikuyu grass, and I know that that's not going to get rid of it, and it will keep coming up, but it'll be easier to plant our berry patches. And I think I've worked out that at the end there we'll plant our asparagus beds, then our raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, and then strawberries and possibly rhubarb, but a perennial patch of things that won't get moved around. So look, we had a little barbecue here the other day. We had some friends over, and you can see our makeshift barbecue because we haven't got all our furniture yet in the paddock, and it was fantastic. And you can see Robert started with the ride-on mower, is mowing little areas. But this afternoon we are going to move the cattle in here because the water tank, which is way down the back there, is getting really low on water. The pump won't work for some reason. Farm issues. So we're going to move the cattle in here for a few days, and one of the cows has got a bit of a limp, so we're going to have a look. The royal Robert, is going to have a look at her leg and see if he can work out what's happening there. So yeah, that's the garden update. It's starting to feel like we're getting somewhere. Have got some food planted, which is nice. And yeah, had the Jerusalem artichokes, which I really, really enjoyed. But you know what else they call Jerusalem artichokes? Fartichokes. Ooh-hoo-hoo. So I have not found that to be the case for me, so we'll see. So that's our garden, and now that the fence is out, I can really get into it and start pulling out all those bits and pieces. And I'm not planning on planting in here until spring, so I've got a little bit of time. Started a bit of a compost down the back. You can see that green bucket. Hasn't heated up yet, so I think I need to add some more water. It's got some sheep poo in it, some cow poo, some chicken poo, and lots of the cuttings and some greenery and some bits and pieces, but hasn't as yet heated up. All right. So that is the current garden tour. And until next time, where I've got a bit of an update, thanks for watching.